Down in the Ground Where the Dead Men Go is the second episode of the first season of the American science fiction series Defiance, and the series' second episode overall. It was aired on April 22, 2013. The episode was written by Kevin Murphy and Anupam Nigam. It was directed by Michael Nankin. Plot: Ella Bandic, Robert Clark, the Castathan who fled the battle in the pilot episode, is accused of cowardice by Datic Tar, Tony Curran, and must undergo a cleansing ceremony which is actually ritual torture and execution. Nolan, Grant Bowler, and Irisa, Stephanie Leonidas, intervene and stop the ceremony. But Amanda, Julie Benz, allows the ritual to continue, citing a previous incident in which many Irathians were killed and those remaining left Defiance. Rafe McCauley, Graham Greene, is displeased with his daughter Christie's, Nicole Munoz, engagement to Alec Tar, Jesse Rath. He asks her to call off the wedding. Christie seems to have second thoughts. However, Stammer Tar, Jamie Murray, intervenes, meeting Christie at the diner where she works and changing her mind. Meanwhile, Birch, Stephen McCarthy, and Nikki Fionnula Flanagan continue with their plan. Birch releases Ben Douglas NY back from his restraints at the hospital and forces him to try another approach. Ben triggers an explosion at the McCauley mines, trapping himself in a shaft leading deep underground. Rafe McCauley leads Nolan through her series of caverns called the Rat's Nest, meeting up with a blocked shaft in the ruins of Old Street. Lewis. They find Ben attempting to blow up a nuclear power plant. Ben is captured and the bomb is deactivated. Nolan talks Rafe out of killing Ben in revenge for Luke's Wesley French death, then tells Rafe that Luke was trying to earn money to leave Defiance and his father by helping him, because Luke hated Rafe for what he had done to his mother. Ben then throws himself on McCauley's gun and pulls the trigger. In Nolan's absence, Irisa is incensed by the torture ritual and rescues Ella Bandic. With the help of Tommy Duchesne Williams, a deputy lawkeeper, she arrests Ella as a means of providing protection for him. Datic is furious and tries to retrieve him. Amanda, Nolan and Rafe arrive just in time to prevent further violence and Datic appears to give in. A memorial service is held for those who died defending the town from the Volga. Rafe tries to mourn, but he is struggling to comprehend Ben's final words regarding Luke. He searches Luke's room, discovering maps, a pile of script, and a strange gold object. At the end of the episode, Ella Bandic has one last meal with his family, then departs with Datic. Ella is subsequently found dead in front of the lawkeeper's office. Feature music. In the Down in the Ground Where the Dead Men Go, we can hear the songs Come As You Are by Civil Twilight, Tag und Nacht, Night and Day by Comedian Harmonists. Reception. Ratings. In its original American broadcast, Down in the Ground Where the Dead Men Go was watched by 2.40 million. Down 0.33 from the previous episode. Reviews. The reviews for Down in the Ground Where the Dead Men Go were mediocre. Josh Jackson from Paste magazine rated the episode with 7.5 tenths, saying that the episode was not flawless but it was promising. It's not a flawless second episode but it is a promising one. The characters are getting fleshed out, and the plot is thickening. Having the Old Street, Lewis partly preserved down in the mines provides for some cool scenery. Quote, Rowan Kaiser from the A.V. Club gave a B to the episode, saying that it was not any good but it encouraged him to keep paying attention. I may praise Down in the Ground Where the Dead Men Go for being audacious, for carrying the momentum from the pilot forward, for not freezing, looking down and collapsing. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the episode was actually any good. It wasn't. but it did what it needed to do. It encouraged me to keep paying attention to Defiance." Quote, Jesse Shedin from IGN rated the episode with 6.4, saying that the show still presents an interesting scenario for the future episodes. Defiance has a ways to go before it truly lives up to its potential, and characterization, not plot, needs to be the primary focus for the early part of this season at least. But there certainly is potential with this series. Quote, Jim Garner from TV Fanatic rated the episode with 4.65. Defiance got off to a great start last Monday with the most watched pilot on Sci-Fi since Eureka. This week, Down in the Ground Where the Dead Men Go took advantage of the momentum that premiere created, propelling us into the exploration of the beliefs of some of the Defiance residents. Quote, after Buzz's discussion about Down in the Ground Where the Dead Men Go on YouTube,